what's up, creators? Pete New and P-Man Creations here with Marlon, the cartoonist. Marlon, what is
What's up,
up?
everybody?
Hey, talking about we like to start with like indie comic stuff first. How's your comic going? How's your writing going?
Dude, so the comic is going pretty good. Here, let me show you something. So, this is the last issue that I have so far, issue 8,
Nice, nice.
and
One
I've
of my
been
favorite
working,
covers.
yeah, and I've been working hard on issue 9, but dude, this like indie comics and having that full-time job, it's tough, man. Like
Where do you
finding
find
that
time to
time
write? When do you find time to write, dude? Well, you're
either
writing
on
and
the
drawing, so when do you find time for that?
yeah, either on the weekends or like once I come home from work, eat, do all my stuff, and then like at night I'm here drawing and writing, and it's
Let me ask you this: in a given week, how often are you working on it per day,
man,
average?
man, closer to like the weekend. So like 4 days, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If I'm not doing nothing on the weekends, other than that, it's Thursday, Friday. I'm trying to really keep up the process. I got some
That's not
art
too bad.
I got some art I want to show you.
Okay,
So check it out, guys. Issue 9 of Space Magic. I've been working on like making it into a webtoon.
yeah.
So here's one of the panels, full color.
A little bit. It kind of glares. Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks cool.
So you guys can check that one out on webtoon. And here's another cool shot.
Look at that. That's pretty fire. She looks good.
The podcast isn't doing it justice, but webtoon for sure. You guys will see the final results.
Hey,
But
how
yes,
long ago was your last issue?
so the last issue did come out, I think 2024. So I
What?
have that gap, that year, because not only am I writing and drawing, I'm also coloring now too,
Yeah. And
and
lettering.
lettering. And
You're
dude,
doing everything.
yes, and dude, becoming a colorist, I learned shadowing is everything. So you
Uh,
go in there once with your flats, and you go back in there with your shades,
so
and then
much
another
work.
shade. My character, Princess Phoebe, she wears a red dress. A single color, it's so boring. I have to go in there, dark red, red, light red, another light red, and it's oh man. And think
So much.
about doing that after your 8 hour shift. At night, you're drawing,
Uh,
and then you're going in colors.
yeah.
The indie comics is tough, guys. Like
Bro, you got
everybody wants to
personal life.
start their comic, but nobody knows about like that labor you put into it,
Yeah,
especially if you're
man.
the writer and the illustrator.
So that's 2 years since the last one.
Yes, but for sure, issue 9 is coming out this year. So
Oh, okay. That's the goal.
you
Issue
guys can
9.
check that out. I will be posting it on Instagram, and I'm trying to post more of my art process as well. How's
Sick.
Spectre Outlaw going for you though?
Uh, man, it's so much. So it's like a race
Okay.
because I have to I have to write scripts faster, which you should in theory be able to do, but I have
Right.
to write scripts faster than my artist goes. And so sometimes I get
Mm,
lazy and I wait. So um I write my stories in 4-issue story arcs. So
right.
I like writing the 4 issues, the whole arc, so that I can go back and fix any like continuity errors and stuff like that. And
Right.
like, like, or if I get a better idea somewhere else, whatever.
Right.
The problem is that now I'm kind of writing in a way that's similar to like a pro writer where they're just kind of like month by month. Cause
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna be honest, when you're saying you're doing it like lately, you've been going four
Yeah.
days out of 7 days. That's really
Yeah.
good, dude.
Yeah.
I might be like, I don't know, 2 days a week, three
Mm.
in a good day. But when I say day, it's like I write 1 or 2 pages, which isn't that much, and then I just go on with my life. Because, like you said, you're tired from work, you're doing this, and it's like you have to re-inspire yourself when you
Mhm.
sit down, right? Like you're like,
Right.
dude, what was I trying to do? And what was this? Like, oh, what was I like? And what were the clever lines I said? What was the action? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the other thing too, and Ricardo and I were talking about it in our previous podcast.
Right.
But it's like when you're a writer, one of the big pitfalls is writing too much dialogue because you're
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
clever, you know what I mean? And like go like, oh look, I know how to like whatever. And so one of the things I've adapted, you'll see my older issues have a lot of more text than my newer issues. I'm kind of letting the artist do his thing and have so it's
Right.
like, and I am, as you know, like I'm moving more towards like a manga style,
Right.
so less text, more action-ish type thing.
Right.
I'm liking the results of it, but with it, it just comes with more description when I'm describing the panels. I don't know. So I'm on. What am I on? On issue 20
3.
26. I just
Oh, 26.
finished the script for issue 26,
Oh, that's great.
and yeah, and then my artist is like 2 pages or 3 pages away from completing issue
Mm,
24.
yeah.
So I'm playing catch up and I'm trying to like, dude, I finished it today because he just sent me like page 17 out of
Right.
20. And I'm like, ah, man, I got to finish this because I don't know
Right.
where it's
Right.
going. So, because, and I got this idea from you, if you remember, like when I put all the 4 issues together into a trade, which
Right.
just to remind you guys, the trade looks like this, right? It's a manga size kind of thing, usually
Yeah.
around 80-ish pages. Well, a little bit more than that, probably 90. One of the things that I added that was one of your ideas that is after credits. And so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to get that done separately,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't know what I'm setting the after
Up.
credits for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm like, oh man, like what do I do?
Right.
So, and this one particular one is like there's a time skip. So
Right.
I have to like in six, and I don't know, but I
6
think it's going to be
pages.
6 pages,
Yeah.
it just depends, 6 to 10 pages. I have to
Right.
develop a time skip. So it's like, I don't know.
Right.
It's, dude, I love it, obviously, but then it's like, if it was my full time job, I think I would love it way more. I could put more attention
Hmm.
to it.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like kind of like oh man, like I have to. It's like homework, bro. Like you get off work and dude, what
Yeah.
was it? One of our friends said, um, what he's the one that does Elvira.
Like David Avalon.
Yeah, David Avalon.
Oh,
That guy
great.
was the one. I think he was the one that said to me, at least. I think it was to us, but to me, he was like, "Dude, it's like giving yourself English homework all over again, man. Like
Yeah.
you have to. You're basically writing, like as homework, and you're just trying to
Yeah.
like get through it, and
And
you
it
know,
does feel like that too, because there will be times where I'm scripting, and then it's like I want to draw this now, so I'm writing and drawing at the same time. And then there's times where like I don't have a script yet, and I just start sketching out the pages, and it's like I gotta come up with dialogue that makes sense for these pages that just like are the dialogue's just loosely in my brain right now, you know? And
you're
then
lucky
one
in that
thing
sense. You're lucky in that sense. You can do that.
mm,
I can't do that.
and then one thing I learned from you, well, when we used to letter space magic, there's times where you have to go back and rewrite because the dialogue is taking up the whole panel.
Yeah. Oh
You'll
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah,
you'll be like, "Hey, I'm lettering this and it's covering all your artwork, bro." So like on the spot we'd be like, "Okay, what how do we shorten this where it still makes sense, you know?"
yeah. Dude, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies, Jack, he's in
Oh,
our
Jack.
chat, by the way.
Yeah.
So check it out. I keep forgetting to mention in the beginning, we're the self published comic society. We have
Yes.
our own Discord. Check it out. Jack is in there and he's trying to revitalize one of my old comics,
Right.
Extinction Institute. And
Thought he was making a sequel to it, right?
yeah, so I had wrote two of the 6 issues.
Right.
And then my artist said he'd prefer if I continued Spectre Outlaw instead.
Yeah.
Like he's more into horror and kind of thing. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And I just quit on it. And I
Mm,
met Jack just like we made all our friends. Like it's some
right.
random thing. And he was like a big fan of it, which kind of like, gets you hyped up when somebody's a
Right.
big fan
Like
of
your
something you
stuff,
wrote.
yeah. Yeah.
dude. And he got my script. It's been taking him a little bit because he probably is living a life too. And
Yeah.
he sent me the pages. He goes, and he wanted to letter everything because he was kind of like trying to make things so I don't have a chance to edit it. Like it's
Mm.
just kind of he's trying to make everything fit. I'm like, okay, good luck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, dude, it looks so good. And he's like the right artist for it. He knows how to
Yeah.
so but it's just nerve wracking to like write a script without being able to edit it
Yeah.
afterwards, like I'm used to. And so it's nice for you to be able to do that uh, on the spot, right? Like you can kind of
Mhm.
draw something and then figure it out later. Like
Yeah.
I think that's a cool process.
Yeah, which is the
So,
way I work a lot, where it's like you just draw stuff, the words aren't there yet, and then you have to make it make sense, and you go back to your story. And it's like, where did I leave off? Because I'm like 6 pages deep now, and I need dialogue.
oh,
So I
okay.
just gotta draw and then upload them to the computer, and
Oh, so
then
you
like,
scan it in and then like, oh, okay,
and
okay.
then I gotta write my script, gotta and make it all make sense at the
You
end. You
ain't
know?
got to write a script. Dude, just write what, dude. Me and Ricardo in our last pod after the after we ended it, we
Right.
were talking about what we thought was good writing, and I told him, um, I think good writing is good plotting.
Right.
Like if you have a good plot, a clever plot, like a good idea,
Yeah.
then you can just write whatever. And he's like, man, I'm gonna disagree with you. He was so mad about that because like he's like a very like educated, cultured writer. You know what I mean? He's an indie writer,
Okay.
like whatever. He goes, no, like, and he was like, he was all in it. So it's interesting, like, whereas I think you and I are kind of more in the same boat,
Right.
or maybe I'm more in the middle. You know what I mean? Because I'm a writing main, and you're
Right.
doing writing and artistic. But it's like I told him, dude, my early issues of Spectre Outlaw, like I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like so, um, the big thing about comic books, I don't know if you agree with this, but it's like an Image Comics concept, right? The big or
Right.
early '90s artwork can kind of carry pretty hard if your story sucks or is not like the
Hmm.
best. Like
Hmm.
people want to look at the art, they're like, "That's dope," and they kind of follow a general story, and you're good, right? Like
Right.
I don't
I remember
know.
what they said about the early image where they said each page could be like a pinup poster, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like a splash page after splash page.
Dude,
Yeah.
but I bought it for that art, and it was like,
Yeah.
see, the story was kind of lame and
Mhm.
whatever, like, but that's okay, you know what I mean? Like, because I was looking at the thing and I got the general idea of it. Whereas, remember their rival was Valent, and
But
it was
yeah.
like they were like the best writers, right? In at the time, or they were
Right.
saying that like Jim Shooter, my hero. Actually, Jim Shooter is my writing hero, one of my writing
Mm.
heroes and stuff, and like he made everything connect and he did this, but the artwork wasn't really the best, like especially compared to Image.
Right.
So it's hard to say, man, but those pages look dope.
He was like world building, make it all connect, you know? So,
I think the art matters, dude. You can't just
yeah.
have like blah art, bro. Like it's a comic book. Now, Alan Moore is in a place where like I remember when Alan Moore had things that he was making, and it was like the artwork wasn't like Image style. So then at the time, it wasn't. We're kind of like, But
Mm.
looking back, the artist he worked with were really good artists.
Right.
But at the time, it was kind of like, like whatever. So,
Yeah.
anyway, like let's talk a little bit about. You were telling me kind of off
Oh,
camera about Supergirl. Why
yeah,
don't you tell
so
me a little bit
today
about that?
at work, dude, I had to laugh because my coworker was like, "Did you get your tickets yet for Supergirl?" I was like, "Nah, I usually wait like a week later, you know." He's like, "Dude, I got the advanced tickets and check it out." And he shows me like this IMAX seats. Dude, every seat is empty except for the center. Like there's just a couple seats, bro, in the middle and everything else is an empty theater. I was like, "Oh man, this movie might flop now that I'm
Wait,
thinking
wait, wait,
about
wait.
it."
When's this movie come out? Is it next week?
The 26th, so in 6 days.
So that's next
As of
week.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Oh man, that's
And then he was looking at the seedings. He's like, I don't blame them. This movie looks weak.
He said it looks weak.
Yeah, he said it looked weak. I think he
Is
was
he a
going
comic
off
book
the.
fan?
Yeah, he's a big comic fan, but what's it called? I think he was going based off that last trailer they released. He was like, "Yeah, looking back, it looks kind of weak." So I don't
Dude, I
know.
thought
I don't
their
know if
last
this
trailer was
movie.
the best trailer.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess he's because he's a big Lobo dude. So I don't know if he's not really liking the direction that Lobo's going. But
I can see that. I kind of wish
yeah,
they made him realistic because it was live action, but I kind of wish they made him a little bit more over the
scarier.
top. Huh?
Yeah, like scarier.
Yeah, 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 over the top, kind of like horror looking,
Yeah,
scary. Like, dude, he's supposed to be like a
kind of
beast.
threatening at the start.
Like, isn't he? He's like, now I'm not the biggest Lobo fan, so I'm not the guy to go like Lobo should be like. I'm not that guy, but the draw I had from Lobo was he looks a lot like a monster to me,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm
I
like,
feel
when I
like.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I feel like they should have made him more menacing, like in the trailers, and then like while you're watching the movie, it's like that flip where he's just this friendly, like goofball kind of character. But
So
no, immediately we're like, oh, he's friendly, he's nice, he's funny, he's the comedy in the movie.
you know what's sad? Maybe it's because I'm a Rob Liefeld homer,
Mm.
but Rob Liefeld, like a lot of us, we copy. I'm a big Supreme fan, like
Uh huh.
including the Alan Moore, obviously the Alan Moore run, but I did like the Brian Murray run that he had, whatever. Like in the beginning, I like Supreme. Everybody knows it's copying Superman, like so. He did the same thing with Lobo. He has a character called Blood Wolf,
Oh, okay.
and dude, I like Blood Wolf better than Lobo, which is
Mm.
like, but it's like this cartoony, over the top. So it's not horror-y, but it's like this crazy monster,
Right.
and he's just nuts, and it's just
Right.
like so over the top. But I don't know. I think I like. Well, I don't think like Blood Wolf is better than Lobo. I'll say this:
Mhm.
Blood Wolf in the comics is better than Lobo in the live action movie. I tell you that much.
Mm.
I think it's
So,
like,
so who do you like more, the Hulk or Pitt?
oh, that's dude. It's the Pit, man. The Pit is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Pit story didn't really
Mm.
close.
Yeah.
Um, and the Pit also didn't have one of my favorite writers ever, even though he hates Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Um, is Peter David. Rest in peace, Peter David. Like he wrote
Mhm.
all this stuff I loved, like Star
Yeah.
Trek, all that, dude. And he wrote the best run in the Hulk. He knew the Hulk the best,
Yeah.
and the Pit didn't have that. It would have been
Mhm.
nice. He
Yeah.
never really had a good writer run, but the Pit is just so sick, dude. Like I don't know, Marlon. Doesn't artwork matter? I don't know, dude. Like I would pick Pitt too. So maybe I'm just the image homer. But look,
Yeah.
I don't know. Lobo. I agree with your friend in the sense that Lobo doesn't look good. If he's a big Lobo fan, then I could see why
Yeah. Yeah.
he's. I mean, how do you think Supergirl's going to do based off that, man? Like you don't seem too
Mm.
high on it.
I just man, I just don't want it to fail because I'm a big DC like guy. But by the looks of it, how nobody's really rushing to see this movie, I'm kind of scared now. But I hope people are more excited for Clayface too, is what I noticed. Because
Really?
I think people want that horror in DC. And this is another like kind of kids movie feel. So I feel like people aren't really rushing to get their seats for this one. But I hope it doesn't bomb because then James Gunn's DC sucks. I do not want to hear that.
Here's the thing. So my favorite movie in the universe is actually this year is actually called The Furious. It's like this crazy action movie. This is not what this is going to be talking about, so I won't talk about it too much. But like The
Okay.
Furious, I just saw that it's nuts, and I saw
Mm.
it in the front row. It was packed, So you
Right.
know how when you sit in the front row, you're like, oh, bro, like
Yeah.
you're like watching like this. You basically like give you, and it was amazing. So that's all I'll say about that, right? But like
Right.
the Mandalorian Grogu, I watched it literally 7 times. Okay,
Man.
and it only made 300 mil, like just
Right.
under worldwide. Okay,
And I
Supergirl
heard.
looks like it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
I
Same
think
thing.
Supergirl's going to make the same amount of money as the Mandalorian Grogu. The thing
Man.
is, the Mandalorian Grogu come from a TV show, so a lot of people are saying that the number that it got, while it is considered kind of a bomb, like 300 mil,
Yeah.
it's kind of expected. I think that Disney was like, it's probably they were aiming for 4 or 5. They would have been amazingly happy with 6. They
Yeah.
got 3. That's the low end, but it is a movie based off a TV show. Dude, Supergirl, like you said, Supergirl is the second movie in this universe,
Yeah.
and you're like, bro, if it
Hmm.
only makes 300 mil, 400, which
Yeah.
is if you're telling me what you telling me, what your friend is saying is true. Well, here's the thing. So after you told me about your friend, I went to go buy my tickets for next week, and guess what? The
What's up?
theater was also not full. The theater
Ooh.
was also having like just a couple of seats in the middle of the center.
Yeah. It's just that little pond in the center and
Dude,
everything's empty,
it
huh?
was, if I were to like just guesstimate, it may be 12 people. And I
Yeah.
just added 5 more people.
Man.
Now, here's the thing that's attracting about it. I bought 5 tickets. Now I did buy food, and
Okay.
I did buy D seats, which are the shaky seats, and I did
Yeah.
buy Screen X. But my
Mm.
tickets were $200 for 5 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, who wants to go to the movie if they got to spend $200?
Yeah. Yeah. No one.
Not
Well,
especially if they're not into Supergirl.
yeah, if it's like a new like property, maybe for Toy Story 5, they're gladly, but but something new like this, who knows? And then it was funny. Hey, going back to Mando, I
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
somebody in our Discord was like, "Wow, Star Wars movie can't even break even." I hope that's not the same for Supergirl. Like,
I think
this DC movie can't even break even.
breaking even for Mando was probably 500.
Uh huh.
Is probably, I mean, it cost 100, and it's kind of unfair because it costs 150 ish to make,
Yeah.
and it makes 300, and you everybody the metric was always if it made twice the amount, it made the cost of the because it's like advertise whatever.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's like a different standard for Disney movies and Marvel and Star Wars because everybody hates on them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the truth of it is, but I've heard anywhere from 4 to 500 million would have been breaking even.
Mm,
But I know that a lot of people are buying, the toys and the shirts, you know what I mean? And so Disney knows what they're doing. But the
yeah.
thing is, who's buying
It's
Supergirl
more in the
stuff?
merch than the actual like film.
They'll make it up in merch easily, toys, whatever.
Yeah.
But if Supergirl bombs, that merch ain't going to go anywhere.
Hmm.
Who's buying Supergirl merch? You
Exactly.
know?
I already see the Funko sitting up at the at the stores. Nobody's getting those things.
Dude, we're not haters. You and I are not haters, bro. We
Right.
want Supergirl to do well. I want Supergirl. I remember when James Gunn was part of the Marvel universe and he was laughing at DC like failing.
Right.
And Kevin Feige was like, "We don't want them to fail." And James Gunn is like, "They're our competitors." He goes,
Hmm.
"No, we want all comic book movies, whether competitors or not, to do well because then
Yeah.
we all do well. If they
Right.
fail and we're all doing well, it kind of like doesn't make comics look good. But if they did well and we did well, it makes and dude, Kevin Feige's the man, dude. He knows what's up,
Yeah.
dude. Like he's
Yeah.
not an idiot and he loves comics, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not the biggest DC fan. I'm not the biggest DC fan, like James Gunn DC fan. I'm not. But I wanted Superman to do well. I want Supergirl to do well. I want the Man of Tomorrow to do well.
Of course.
Clayface, I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not sure if I want to watch a horror
Mm,
of that. So I don't know if I'm going to be into that stuff. When I watch
I
superhero
know.
movies, unless like I don't know, I've seen there was that kind of pseudo horror that Marvel released. It was on Disney Plus. It was Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
Um, and was it Werewolf by Night? It was,
that was
right?
the horror. Yeah,
So, and then it had Man Thing in it. It was dope, dude.
yeah.
So I liked that. So maybe I'll like Clayface. Clayface looks like a real horror though. Like I'm gonna be scared.
Clayface looks like it's gonna have you squirming in your seat. You know,
Yeah,
off the
I'm not sure if I
trailer
want that.
when he's all like bandaged up and you just see his bulging
I'm not
eye.
sure if I'm into
It's
that.
like,
No, I'm not sure if I'm into that, man. But hey, I think you're right. I think Supergirl's gonna bomb, and there's gonna be all these people celebrating. And here's the thing: for all you people that celebrate that these comic book movies fail, I hope you trip and fall and sprain your ankle. Every time that happens to you, I will be cheering because you're cheering on the downfall of things that don't matter to you. You know what I mean? You don't like Supergirl. You don't like James Gunn stuff, whatever, bro. Then don't watch it and don't like. But don't celebrate if Supergirl fails. If you
right.
celebrate if Supergirl fails, I hope you trip and fall and sprain your ankle.
You know what I like though about like the comics community
Yeah,
is how Marvel and DC are always better than one another at a separate thing. They're like, yeah, Marvel movies are awesome, but DC has the better shows. Or like the Marvel has the better comics, right? No, but DC has the better animated films. And I like how they go back
so
and forth like
it's
that.
interesting you say that because dude, I love Marvel. You know that, and
Yeah.
I love MCU.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, you remember when DC had their animated universe?
Yeah.
I actually loved their animated universe more than the MCU. I love the MCU, but I loved their animated universe actually more
Yeah.
than the MCU. And I'm like, why don't they just make these movies? Dude, just
Right?
make these animated movies. Like these, this is so good, like so good,
Yeah.
and like just
That
so S
that's the
tier.
thought
Like,
I had. That's the thought I had when they dropped Spider-Verse and then the sequel. I was like, why don't they just make the entire MCU animated? Like an animated Fantastic Four, animated Hulk movie, animated Iron Man movie. Like that would be so much better. Just get a voice actor and then like the limits are endless, you know? The
yeah.
possibilities are endless. Cuz it's animated. You can do whatever you want. They can go through portals and go to different dimensions without people being like, "Ah, that looks tacky," you know, cuz it's animated.
When you see animation, it looks great. Let's talk about big news you saw. What was the news, bro?
Dude, I just saw this. I opened Instagram up and I guess JR is getting bullied because of his cover for the thousandth issue of Spider-Man that they cut it that nobody can order it now and stuff.
Dude, Spider-Man 1000 guys is coming,
Yeah,
and they've got, I don't know what, 20, 30 covers,
right.
and they decided, like, everybody was like campaigning against the cover, the JR. Now JR, John Romita Jr., he was kind of drawing Spider-Man for a big old long time, so
Yeah.
historically he's a big part of it, and so they're like, well, he's gonna be, I don't know if he's gonna be the A cover or what.
I don't think he was a cover. He was one of the variants.
I don't know. It was terrible cover is what it was. Did you
Hmm.
see it?
Yeah, what was he doing in that cover?
Bro, I don't know, man. He's just presenting himself as what I see. That's all I see. It's
He
like
had like
weird, bro.
arms
He's like,
out,
he's all like this,
feet
bro.
together.
Like, what is he? Dude,
Dude,
John,
arms out, feet touching. It's like, what?
look, I said in another pod that Rob Liefeld was the greatest artist working today.
Right.
John Romita Jr. is the worst artist working today. There's nobody worse than John Romita Jr. There, dude. I went on that same like Instagram and I saw some people cheering and I saw some other, oh, why are you getting so mad?
Yeah,
And
I
when
saw
you
that
like
too.
Joe
They're like,
and it's like, do you know why everybody's getting so mad? Because his art sucks. Dude, people will not like it like it
Mhm.
just brings down the entire,
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. Like
It happened to me with the current ASM. Here, let me pull it up. I
okay.
think it was, yeah, it's the current one. It's volume 7. So they had this great artist on there, but by issue 6, they switch over. That's the first Ramita.
Look at
And
that.
by issue 6, bro, they had JR drawing it. And I was not liking it, man. I wanted to cut it so bad. And once issue 10 dropped, still JR, I just cut it from the poll. And
You
then
cut.
once I cut it, they switched to different artists, to Patrick
Wait,
Gleason, which is way
wait,
better.
wait, wait, wait. So you cut Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, from your pull list just
Right.
because of a cover?
Just because no, just because of the artwork. Like the story was good, right?
Yeah.
But the art was just not matching up the story. And the downfall of the art too, I was not liking it. We
Which,
went like from amazing, beautiful art, like Jorge Jimenez level art
woo, yeah,
to to Ramita.
to terribleness.
Yeah.
The
And
work,
I was
like,
like,
dude.
mm,
So that
yeah,
what that goes to show. Remember, we were saying you can have excellent writing and
right.
terrible artwork, and no one wants to pick that up.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least I don't want to pick it up, dude. I
Me
don't want
neither.
to, dude. I gotta read. At least if you read a book, you
Hmm.
don't get to see bad artwork, and you could just go through it, right? But if you read
Yeah,
a comic book, you're looking at terrible artwork while
yeah,
trying to read it. You just can't do it,
yeah. And I felt so bad too because who doesn't like Spider-Man, dude? I felt so bad that I felt like I was doing this to Spider-Man himself. But I went up to the when I cut it from the pull list, I went to the my comic book store and I was like, "Hey, can I just cut the current ASM? I'm just not liking the art." That's all I said. Those were my exact words. And he was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
dude.
It's like, ah,
Mine was similar. So my my buddy Gil over at Comics Tunes Toys, I
mhm,
said, "Hey, I'm gonna give Amazing Spider-Man a couple more weeks. I'm gonna give it a try,
yeah,
but I don't know. I'm not feeling good about this." And Gil just laughs at me. He's like, "All right, well, like maybe it'll get better. The story's
mhm,
pretty all right. Like, I don't know."
right?
And I'm
Mhm,
like, I don't know, bro. And dude, at the end, I was like, hey, can you just cut this from my pull list? Because this writing, or sorry, this artwork is just too bad. Like,
mhm.
I
Yeah, you
can't,
don't wanna buy it, you know?
dude, I can't. I'm the guy who's telling that other guy uh, that hates on me for buying covers. Yeah, I buy covers because I love artwork. I buy comics because I love artwork,
Yeah.
right? I love comic book stories too. Dude, who's that TikTok guy that like knows about Spider-Man and like hates on us because we don't read Spider-Man or something like that? You know that? Remember that guy?
Yeah. What was he saying?
I don't remember. I don't know what
Yeah.
remember what his name is.
Mhm.
I ain't scared of you, bro. I would say your name. I don't care if I remember it, but I just don't remember your name. But here's the
Right.
thing, bro. You're saying we don't read Spider-Man, and so we don't know that, bro. I know you ain't reading Spider-Man 2 because that artwork sucks that bad.
Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah.
reading it too. If you saying
No one's
you're
not
reading
committed.
Spider-Man, you're lying because no one reads Spider-Man because of his artwork. It sucks.
Mhm.
So you can clip farm this and you can reply to him
Mhm.
his message about us, him hating on us. You can show him this, bro. You're a big old liar, dude. Nobody's reading Amazing Spider-Man when JR was on it. The
Yeah.
artwork was terrible. It's so bad, man. It's so bad.
Speaking of Spider-Man, dude, you know what I want to buy? I don't know
Huh?
when it comes out, but did you see the Midnight Spider-Man cover?
No.
You haven't seen it?
What's a midnight Spider-Man cover?
It's like it's the Midnight Universe from Marvel.
I never heard of
It's
this.
a new thing. It's kind
Oh,
of like Absolute DC. It's the Midnight Verse. Dude, that cover looks crazy. It's
really?
like a horror themed Spider-Man if you want to pull it up.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
I have high hopes for this number 1, dude. It might be like Absolute Batman all over again.
Really?
You never know though cuz it's Marvel, so but
Holy
sometimes,
moly.
right?
Guys, I know I can't really show it to you because I don't have a whatever, but I'm sure Marlon will bring it up when he does his thing.
Right.
But it has this human looking thing. He looks real.
Mhm.
and there's a big spider like this big, like it looks like a big real spider on his
Yeah.
chest. It looks like horror. See,
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. I want to look at
Yeah.
this stuff. I don't want to look
Yeah.
at whatever the scribble, like with
Yeah.
JR scribble or whatever he does with this big old long jaw and like whatever. So bad, bro. Like, no, this is amazing. I want to see this, bro. This
I'm
when's this
so
coming
hyped.
out?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling you, but I'm so hyped. It's like a new Marvel thing, like new storyline. And they're gonna make a Midnight Fantastic Four also. It's gonna build to this huge thing. Dude, I'm so hyped. I just don't know. There's not much info out besides that cover.
October 7th this year.
Ooh.
I gotta wait till October 7th before I get good Spider-Man again. Bro, how do you mess up Spider-Man?
Yeah. But
Why
that's
don't
cool
you
though.
mm,
Horror themed Spider-Man.
horror? Well, but it's like, dude, when you think about it though, it's kind of scary that this radioactive spider just bites you and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little creepy.
That's why
And
they came up with the Man Spider.
oh, but you
Because
know
they're
that I
like,
have arachnophobia, right?
but
I'm
your favorite
actually
character is
scared of
Spider Man?
spiders. I'm actually scared of spiders. Like you get those like what do they call them? Daddy long leg, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to be in that area. I'm like leaving. Like I see
Yeah.
any spider, I will ask anybody. I don't care, man, woman, or child, to kill that spider for me because I can't do spiders, bro. Like,
Mm.
but but Spider Man
But Spider
himself,
Man's your guy.
dude, Spider Man himself, he's he's dude. There's especially Silver Age Spider Man. It's just like I saw. Had you seen this? There was a clip where Rob Liefeld was watching Mark Wade talk about like how modern stories right now
Mm-hmm.
are better than stories during the Silver Age, right?
Mm.
And then Rob Liefeld went nuts on him. It's like, dude, he's always saying stupid things. Mark Wade
Uh-huh.
says dumb things all the time. There's another dumb thing he said. Like, dude, like it's like you said, dude. And I agree with him. Like, dude, Silver Age stories
Is our
and,
stuff, man.
and artwork, dude, that was the stuff. And I don't
Yeah.
like comparing because it's different eras, whatever. You like
Yeah.
what you like. But the modern stuff is struggling, man. Like it's the artwork's not really that, except for like when you mentioned Jorge a minute, like that dude's like amazing. Like that guy's like so.
Yeah.
There are artists out there that their stuff looks
Like Dan
awesome.
Mora too.
Dude, damn, oh man, that so there are people, but like generally speaking, not really, bro. Like the
Mm.
artwork's all kind of looks the same. It looks like artwork from Sonic. You know what I mean? The Archie
Mm-hmm.
comics. That's what the comic books look like to me. Like it don't look that good. The writing doesn't feel very like unique. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I need something exciting and whatever. And I don't know. It just doesn't look good to me. The modern needs a little bit of help. It needs a little bit of creativity. Needs some people to take some chances. I really think Marvel needs to take some more chances.
Yeah.
I think they've been
Because the
writing,
struggle the struggle is how do they give us a new story while keeping the source material? You know?
dude. Just taking a chance, man. Like, dude, I don't know if Spider-Man 1000 is coming out. Just make that the chance to just flip it on its head,
Start over.
dude.
Flip
Just
the
have
script.
Mary Jane and so here's the truth. Okay, I never really read any of that story with Paul in it.
Mm.
Right, you know what I'm talking about. All you
Right.
Spider-Man fans, even that Spider-Man hater out there, if you read the story with Paul, I know you're a liar because nobody read it. Everybody hates it, bro. And so I didn't read it. So recently I read summaries on it. I read this, whatever.
Right.
And it's such a terrible story. Like, it's so bad. And then Ultimate Spider Man comes out,
Right.
and it's basically how the regular Spider Man would be if this Paul thing never happened.
Mhm.
Right. And everyone loved it for that. And
Mhm.
so, why don't at Spider Man 1000, you take a chance? Because you can always change it, right? But just take
Yeah.
a chance and have this fool married to Mary Jane with kids doing his thing.
Yep.
Like, why don't you just do it? Like, just because dude, I can't pick up a Spider-Man and love it right now, and that's like
Mhm.
weird because I
Yeah.
love Spider-Man, bro. I don't know, so
And if it flops, you can always scrap it and start over, right? So,
right, like I mean, it
yeah.
can't get any worse than JRJR,
Yeah. Be like, not canon, start over.
bro. I'm trying
Speaking
to
of
think.
which, is it the worst? Isn't the worst Spider-Man arc the clone arc? Like, is that agreed upon, or is there worse? Is it the
No,
Mephisto arc?
yeah, yeah. What is it? Brand New Day? I think that's what it's called.
Is it?
I forgot. Whatever the Paul arc is, that is literally the worst arc.
Oh, that's the worst arc.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Coming from a guy who didn't read it, that's for you, bro. From a guy who didn't read it and read the summary, knowing that every single person in the world thinks that it's the worst. That's the worst arc right there. I lived.
Mm.
The Clone Wars was during my time, 90s,
Right. The
right? It
Ben
was pretty bad.
Riley.
It was pretty bad. But upon reflection, it wasn't that bad. Like I think people hated that there. It was like they're trying to do a shock value thing.
Right.
So people don't like Ben Riley. People don't like the whatever. But
It's because they said Peter Parker, the Spider-Man you've been following for years, his whole story is not canon. Ben Riley's the Spider-Man.
which is kind of dumb. But
Right.
which is kind of dumb. But like they fixed it, and
Yeah.
now it's like kind of a cool character having to the side.
Yeah.
Uh, but to just break up like the power couple so that
Hmm.
Peter can like hook up with Black Cat and hook up with all the. He didn't really do that much of that stuff too, so it was kind of like I don't know, maybe it was a wasted. I don't know, man. Like one of my favorite characters is actually Silk.
Yeah.
She's a Korean, got the bite the same time that Peter did. I love that character. They cannot figure out what to do with that character, so now she's like disappeared from canon, right?
Hmm.
And it's like you got all these other stories that you can go on that where to keep them married and stuff like and his son. What they did with Ultimate Spider-Man, his son ended up being the one that experienced all the Spider-Man stuff that
Hmm.
Marvel wants Spider-Man to experience.
Right.
Right, being a kid, being in high school, doing it, you know what I mean. I mean, he wasn't in high school, but like he was really young, but like you know what I mean, like those kind of kid things, right? And he can mess with other girls, he can mess with this, he can take chances. It was cool because he was Venom, bro.
Right.
And it was like, oh man, he had the black suit. Like, God, it was so good. Dude, that suit was so good. And then
Hey, what
kind of
was up with was MJ being Venom? A lot of people were hating on that. They're saying if you know MJ, she would never be Venom.
no, no, because of Todd McFarlane's run.
Right?
Like when Venom was first introduced, that dude tried to like it was bad. Like he was trying to kill her and like make it was like bad. It was like horror bad. And all of a
And
sudden
everybody
now
was hating on this cover where she has like the symbiote and Venom's head's right here and she's just grinning.
so
People are like,
dumb, man.
if
So
you know MJ, this is not canon.
dude, they try to make MJ. Remember they try to make MJ a superhero jackpot.
Jackpot. Yeah,
Super
what
dumb.
happened to Jackpot? I bought issue one. I bought cover A and the variant, and it never
Oh
took off.
yeah, you know why? Because it belongs in the trash can. Like jackpot is terrible. Like what a dumb idea. Basically,
Hmm.
Paul makes some kind of like crazy suit so that she
Right.
could be a superhero.
It reminded me of the Iron Spider suit, like the colors.
Oh, it reminded me of going to the toilet and taking a dump. That's what it reminded me. That's what jackpot is. That's what it
What?
reminded me of. Like the jackpot is like like one of the worst. Like, dude, I'm telling you, that whole art, that whole era, was the
Hmm.
worst time of Spider-Man. And Joe Quesada, who, dude, I love Joe Quesada. Like,
Right.
dude, when he was the first an artist for X Factor, when Peter
Right.
David was right, dude, I love his artwork on there. I loved his artwork when he did Ninjak. He did a little bit
Hmm.
of that. Like his artwork. He had his own comic, Ash. Dude, I love
Okay.
his artwork. I love all the like the ideas he was coming with. This dude, that worst era ever was his fault. So yeah, Joe Quesada, you ruined Spider Man, and hopefully, uh, it can recover because like right now, Spider Man should be the best, and instead,
Yeah.
it's not great at all, and that's your fault.
Dude, there was some crazy hot take where some guy was like, Spider-Man stories have been trashed for years. The only reason why people still buy it is because of the movie hype.
which is true. I would
You
agree with that.
you agree with that?
Yeah, man. People only buying Spider Man right now because of the movie hype. Because if there was no movie hype, they wouldn't be buying Spider Man right now. Because you know why?
Man.
Because John Romita Jr. is drawing it and it sucks. That's why. So
Hmm.
like people are just buying it like, oh, that's cool because there's they want to see because they kind of a lot of times Marvel will try to tie it with the movie, right?
Right.
Because it's kind of like Doom is like a big deal now, right? Because they're trying to do Doomsday, whatever. Like they were doing the same thing with Spider. Bro, Spider Man was only being bought because of movie stuff. I agree with him
Mm.
because
Wow.
who would buy John Romita Jr.'s artwork on its own? They wouldn't because it sucks. It's the
Yeah.
worst. But if there's a movie out there to hype it, you know how prices go up because of movies and stuff.
Hmm.
So why do you disagree?
Yeah, I was like, I don't really slowly like credit the movie for the comic sales of Spider-Man. I feel like the writing and the art, not Ramita's art, but like some of the art has something to do with it. But
All
I
right,
don't know.
dude.
I was like, no way. Just because of the movie, just because the movies are coming out, that's why Spider-Man's selling. It's like,
Yep.
nah, there's some people who love Spider-Man and don't even like follow the movies like that. But
Yeah,
I
they're
was
all John Romita Jr. fans.
but I was like, no way, that was a crazy take for me.
It's not for me. Dude, Spider Man struggling, dude, and it's sad, dude. Maybe I'm being so harsh because I really, really want to like. Maybe this is how like all those like haters feel, right? They want it
Right,
to be really good, right? They want Star Wars to be really good. They want Marvel to be really good, and it seems easy to do,
right,
but it's not, I guess, because if it was, they would do it. They're trying, but
right.
maybe I'm just hating because on all this stuff because I really want it to be better, and instead of being better, you decided that to put John Romita Jr. on your comic. Like it's so
Yeah.
bad, bro. Like I don't know.
I still
So
fail to see the point on why he's like still there. Is it nostalgia bait or something?
I don't know. Look, he's like really old right now, so maybe that's part of why his artwork sucks. I don't really know, but it's looked the same for a million years, so I don't know what to say.
Hmm.
Maybe he's kind of like Frank Miller. Remember, Frank Miller just can't draw for
Yeah,
anything. Like he could draw before, but now
yeah,
you're like, oh my gosh, what happened, right? Like maybe that's John Romita Jr. right now. He just none of his hands work, and like he's writing or drawing, and like his hands don't work. So
yeah.
hey, actually, you know what, John Romita Jr., I take it back. You're actually an excellent, amazing writer. Just both your hands are broken. So that's my bad, bro. Anyway, that's the end of this pod. We got a lot. We talked about a lot. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one, guys.
Yeah, catch you guys later.